Mesechus Círoבין, Perik Ches, Mishnah Gimel. This is the Mishnah. Anshe Chotze ve'anshe Marpeset sheshochu v'lo irvu. You have a situation where you have two floors of people living in a chotze. The ones on the lower floor made their own erev together, and the anshe marpeset, the ones on the second floor, they have their own access to the chotze by means of some sort of gallery and ladders going down into the chotze, so they have independent access to the chotze without having to go through the diros, the dwellings on the lower floor. They each have made their own independent eruv, but they didn't make an eruv together. Kol shegavoa asora tefochim, that whatever is higher than in the chotze of 10 tefochim, it's within easy access of the marpeset of the second floor, that belongs to the marpeset. That is, they are able to carry from their diros in the marpeset onto the places which are higher than 10 tefochim, because since they are close to the marpeset, it is assumed that they service the people in the marpeset, as opposed to the people on the lower floor where they don't have such easy access to it. Pochus mikan, however, if it is less than 10 tefochim, then the people of the chotze have access to it, and the Gemara explains that the people of the chotze also have access to it, and therefore neither the people in the marpeset nor the people in the chotze can carry from these places into their diros because they didn't make an eruv together. Chulias habor v'hasela gevoyim asara tefochim. The chulias habor, you dig a well, a pit in the chotze, and the soil which is taken out of the pit is piled on the side of the boir and piles up. That's called the chulia of the boir. And the sela, you've got a rock which is in the chotze. If they are 10 tefochim high, again, la marpeset, then these are close to the marpeset, and therefore the anshe marpeset can carry from the rock or from the chulias habor into their diros, but the anshe chotze, the people in the chotze, would not be allowed to carry from their diros into marpeset because they haven't made an eruv together with the people of the marpeset, and this is considered to be outside their domain. Pochus mikan lechotze, as before, if it's less than 10 tefochim high, then the chotze also have access to it, and therefore, since both parties have access to it and they haven't made an eruv together, therefore neither the anshe marpeset nor the anshe chotze would be allowed to carry from this area into their diros. Bameh devorim amurim b'semucho. When do we say that these places which are higher than 10 tefochim considered to belong to the anshe marpeset? That's provided these high places are close to the marpeset. Aval b'mufleges, if they are some distance away, afilu gavoa asora tefochim, even if they are 10 tefochim high, since the anshe marpeset do not have easy access to these high places in the chotze, then it's not considered to be their exclusive domain, and therefore they would not be able to carry to these areas. How do we define what is considered to be close to the marpeset? It's called she'eino rechoka arbor tefochim. If it's not a distance of it's not more than 4 tefochim away from the marpeset, then it's considered to be close to the marpeset. It's 10 tefochim high, and therefore the anshe marpeset have people in the higher gallery on the second floor have easy access to these places, and therefore, since they have made their own eruv, it's considered to belong to them, and therefore they can carry in these places. Mashenke in the anshe chotze, they would not be able to carry in these places in the chotze because it's outside of their reshus. Although we have said the anshe chotze have not made an anshe marpeset have not made a joint eruv with the anshe chotze, they don't asa in fact the anshe chotze from carrying in their own diros. This is based on the principle of regel amuteres b'mkomo rega, that is, since each party, each section has made their own erev, so they're allowed to carry in their own rishus, then eina osera shelo b'mkomo, they don't asa shelo b'mkomo, which is the principle which we learned previously in Perik Vov, Mishnah Tes and Mishnah Yud, that regular materes b'mkomo eina osera shelo b'mkomo, the fact that they've made their own erev within their own rishus, even though they have access to common parts which the other party has access to. Nonetheless, it wouldn't asa because they've made their own individual erev.